good. You look good. Oh, you look great.
I'm always good. Look at that mustache.
I feel like this is probably gonna be this is probably easily gonna be the most fun I've had all week. That's for sure.
Yeah. What are you drinking?
I've got something. So
I'll wait to ask you that.
Well,
We'll wait until.
No, it's fine. It's fine. We're going now. This is literally the lazy. We're literally on the Lazy J right now.
So we're live then.
Yeah, we just went live. We're on the Lazy J. I'm hanging out with my main man, Joe. Oh shit! Say your last name, dude, before I butcher it.
For what?
Say your last name before I butcher it.
Oh, before I butcher it, it's Perugia.
Perugia. We had this conversation. I swear, like a little while ago in quarantine. And I couldn't get it.
I tell people phonetically, it's Peru like the country, G like the letter, like the sound. Perugia.
Perugia. I can remember that.
Perugia.
That's not hard. I can do that. All right, this is the Lazy J with Joe Perugia.
Yeah, perfect.
Oh yeah. What are you drinking? I've got some Better Days here. It's a cocktail we made. It's a little fruity. Got some pineapple and some strawberry in there. We've been making craft cocktails, and they're all just like quarantine themed, you know. So the quarantini and all that shit. So Better Days tonight.
Yeah, I got Hendrix and ginger ale.
Oh shit.
Easy. Yeah, easy.
Is that a drink? Like that's a name, or is that just fucking Hendrix and
gin and ginger?
Gin and ginger. Okay. See, it sounds cooler when you say it like that.
Yeah.
Gin and ginger.
Yeah, but I like to specify that I'm not drinking garbage.
It's important, the clarification.
Yeah.
So, the whole thing of this show, we're streaming. We're up on the Killer Queen, South Florida. I'm fucking bored out of my mind, man. I'm losing it. I'm losing my shit. And I had to do something. So we're going to do this fucking show and see how it goes. The whole thing was I wanted to get you on, talk shop with you. We were talking about booze for a minute. You guys, so obviously you're Glitch, repping the Glitch hat. Big time, big boy over there at the Glitch bar. You guys are finally opening up to the people this Friday, right?
Friday. Yes, Friday.
And then you got all the cocktails. You got the Pink Pony. You got the John Wick, the Player One I saw.
Yep. We're doing them in mason jars to go. Multi-servings per mason jar. We're working on smoothie and ice cream drinks, like blender drinks and stuff for it. It's pretty cool.
Okay. They didn't
man.
that.
We've been working on some fun stuff, man.
And then I'm excited because obviously I'm coming. We're going to come support the homies. But you've got the opportunity to enter a raffle and then potentially win a multi-cab.
Yes. It's a 60-in-1. Every time you buy something, that's an entry. That's an entrance into the raffle itself.
So every time you buy something, it stacks.
Yeah. I mean, you come in and buy 2 drinks every week. That's 2 entries every week. I'm assuming we're going to do it until the quarantine's over.
Yeah.
That's gonna be pretty cool. We got some custom decals on it, and it's super clean, man. It's nice, really nice.
I like it, man. A buddy of mine, Tony Licata, he did a lot of the emulators and whatnot for 10th level up there, you know. But he builds cabs. He built this really sick racing game cab, like racing arcade game cab. So I went over his place, like right at the beginning of quarantine before they had the shelter-in-place order, and we were playing Mario Kart 8 on a fucking wheel with a gas pedal and shit, and like drifting and everything. We're playing Initial D. Like, it was wild, man. It was a lot of fun.
Like, you're talking the actual real Mario Kart 8 one?
Yeah, like we played
arcade itself.
Well, yeah, we played.
Or he built it.
He built it, right? He built this cab.
Okay.
And he's sitting in it and everything. He's got the butt kicker and all that. Wild. But you're playing Mario Kart 8, which like never was.
I believe they have those at Dave and Buster's.
Yeah, they've got the
but like real ones.
Yeah, real ones, like big machines, everything. And that's the arcade version of Mario Kart, which is hella hard. But it was interesting, man. It was a lot of fucking fun. So the Rampart wheel I saw is on that cab. Is the Rampart on there?
I do not believe Rampart is.
Dude, if Rampart's on there, Floyd's gonna lose his mind.
I don't think so.
Floyd loves
I don't
Rampart.
think so. I will say I was playing some Donkey Kong 3 on it earlier today, so.
Donkey Kong 3 is trash. Wait, Donkey Kong Country 3?
Yeah, that's the one with the little spraying. You're spraying bugs, and I like that one, man.
Oh, the arcade. I thought it was Donkey Kong.
Yeah, the arcade.
Oh.
No, the arcade. I was playing on the 60-in-1 itself.
Right.
Yeah, we took some pictures of it today. So we powered it on and we put it in a cool corner of the bar, and we took like a promo video. I'm assuming for Instagram and everything.
Right. Okay.
So
I
you'll
mean,
see it.
we'll get into some KQ stuff, but speaking of the bar, and like whatever you guys can't say, don't say, because I know you guys have got some shit going on. But we all have seen the Instagram. We've all been following. We know there have been some improvements, some construction going on at the bar. Saw you sanding and doing some stain work and whatnot. What are you guys doing over there, man?
Oh man, the entire bar has been painted black. The entire bar, everything inside's black. Everything. Hey, man, we built some amazing new seating. We've relocated an AC unit to open up more floor space for more games and more everything, man. It's really cool. We got a lot of really cool stuff going on. When we open back up, everyone's gonna be happy, I think.
I just saw you guys do the different placement on the what is it? The skee ball. Oh,
yeah.
That was enough for me.
Well, wait. I tore them apart this week, by the way, and like completely stripped them. And we're having them custom painted by Tori at Black Honey Tattoo across the lot.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, the girl that designed the trophies. I mean, the skateboards for Queen's Gone Wild. She's gonna paint something on there. We're leaning towards like some satanic flames and stuff like that.
Right, because it's.
And then I'll put the whole set back together, put the rings back on, the rubber rings, and it'll be like a brand new machine, man.
That's crazy, man.
It's gonna be cool.
That fucking skee ball machine. Yeah, no, please do, because it's skee ball, and those balls. I still don't know how they've got to be possessed to throw that.
I believe you've been in the bar, but we did rotate the skee balls to where it's a little bit safer now for the KQ players.
for everybody. All I remember is being on the cab, like on Gold Side, and you're just tapping, trying to do your thing, and then all of a sudden, fucking clank. You're like, shit.
Yeah, you don't know what it's bouncing off of, where it's coming from.
Right.
You can get hit from the right side. You don't know.
Exactly. The fear. You got hit with the ball before, didn't you?
I've been hit with it a couple times.
Yeah. You took it in the knee. That's fucking rough, man. But so that's been averted. That's good. And then let's see. Have you guys got any like plans for like phase 2 when it hits? They're still gonna be in some kind of a restrictive mode. Like, are you guys gonna be doing more outdoor stuff or more service, or like what's it gonna be like at Glitch Bar, man? Everything's different now.
That's kind of play it by ear, I think, because they don't know, so we don't know. Mm-hmm. We can't plan. Once they know, then we can figure it out. But the way it looks like is, if we open, you're not going to be able to touch the games anyway for a while.
Yeah,
just for sanitation and. But I'll tell you, we got a lot of hand sanitizer stations and stuff now already, so we're ready. But we just have to wait on everybody when it's safe.
Right, yeah. Good luck with the hand sanitizer. Jesus. Well, you guys got a bunch. You got that post I saw went up. It was like 6-7 gallons or something like that. So that's good. That should go.
A couple different kinds we got, so we're good.
Yeah. Okay. Right now, I'm looking at my blinds, and one of two things is happening. Either there's a fucking spider on my blinds right now on this fucking door, or it's just my blinds are shitty, and like there's nothing. So I have to investigate this now, because it's a serious fucking. There's either a spider on my blinds.
Of spiders?
Dude, I fucking hate spiders. I wouldn't say I'm afraid of them, but I don't like those bitches. I do not like spiders. I'm afraid of snakes.
Don't forget when you get off camera that you're still on camera and you scream like a little girl.
Okay. All right. Let me check this. I'm gonna be right back. Hold it down.
All right.
Don't make fun of my little girl voice. Okay, got it. False alarm. My blinds are just shitty. There's like a spider-looking doo-doo stain on my blinds, so it's all good. I don't know why there's a spider-looking doo-doo stain on my blinds. That gives me maybe I should be more concerned.
Now you know it's doo-doo and not spiders.
Doo-doo or spiders? I take the doo-doo every time. Every time.
Yeah, you're like, all right, let's get back to this. It's just doo-doo.
Dude, seriously. Okay, a bathtub full of spiders or a bathtub full of doo-doo? Which one are you getting in?
Spiders, bro. 100% every time, spiders.
Fair game. All right, so let's see. We've been in quarantine. This is where all the weird shit's been coming out, like spiders versus doo-doo. You've been home. Well, when you're not at Glitch fucking sanding, you're at home. You're playing a lot of Call of Duty, a lot of Warzone. I see you. And you've been kicking a lot of butt. Talk to me about that, man. How has that been holding your, your KQ withdrawal?
It doesn't, man. Not at all.
Not even a little?
That's holding off my Apex. Apex craving.
Yeah, Apex Legends. Yeah.
When I'm not playing KQ, on my days off, I'm playing Warzone or Apex. I have a good friend that I play with religiously on my days off. That's what we do for certain set times of the day,
Right.
KQ is just KQ, man. There's nothing like look at the strategizing in KQ versus playing in Warzone.
Yeah,
right?
That's true. Although to your credit, we were playing some Warzone with you, and we got a first place victory. First time we were playing, it was me, you. Who else was in there?
My buddy Don.
Yeah, Don. No, Don wasn't on this one. I think Sebastian.
It was Scoops.
Scoops. Yeah, Sebastian and Scoops.
I think so. Yeah, it was right after JP logged off.
That was it. So no, it must have just been the three of us. I don't think Scoops rejoined in on that. So it was me, you, and Sebastian, and we get a first place victory. And you're talking about the pinwheel maneuver on the
pinwheel rotation.
The pinwheel rotation on the circle.
I'm gonna have to send that video to people so they understand what I'm talking about, because it takes your field of view from 360 degrees to only about 130 degrees. Because you have the storm basically covering your back. And if you just rotate with the storm clockwise or counterclockwise, and you keep the storm about 30 feet from you and you rotate with it, you can rotate more safely
right,
than running in a straight line.
And then you're good to go. You can see, and we caught a lot of guys coming off of that screen like that, man. Like maybe 2-3 teams.
You come up behind them all the time that way. It's good. It's a good tactic to learn.
Yeah, Call of Duty's been fun. It's definitely not Killer Queen, but it's been fun. It's been interesting that like most of the folks that we play with, JP Scoops, Sebastian, missing Jabin's in there. Richard plays a little bit here and there. Not a whole bunch.
It gets dizzy out here.
Yeah. But a bunch of people have been playing, and it's been cool, like just kind of keeping up with those guys, Because then I think about like all the other folks like playing Killer Queen, and everybody's doing something, but like we've still got something we're kind of connected and doing outside while we're in this weird time. So I think that's been really cool and fun. How have you been handling like the whole social distancing, just not fucking seeing anybody?
Easy. Easy.
Tell it like it is, Joe. Tell it like it is. Damn.
Man, you work in a similar environment sometimes. It's nice to be away from people sometimes.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
I mean, I took 3 weeks completely away from everybody before we went back to doing anything at the bar.
Oh, yeah, you did.
For 3 weeks, I was good. And now I work. We're just working 4 days right now until we open. Nothing crazy. But it's cool. I get my social interactions then. And dude, it's 2020, bro. You got my phone in my hand at all times, having conversations, playing Warzone with you guys constantly. We're all verbally talking.
Yep.
It's not like we're just playing together. We're shooting the shit about everything.
Yeah.
So
No,
we're good.
Cool.
And you guys all come up to the bar when I'm up working. I've seen Scoops a couple times. I've seen you. I've seen Jabin. I've seen everybody, man.
Yeah.
Sebastian's come and bought beer, so it's cool. It's like we're all friends still, We're not going nowhere.
Yeah, that's the thing. I've been thinking about that a lot, like, especially up in the national KQ scene. It's like a lot of people, this is like, it's the same thing like if you're working somewhere and like all of a sudden somebody either quits or resigns or goes to get a new job or something, and it's like, okay, are you guys like work buddies? And then once that common thing's out of the picture, like, are you still buds? Are you still hanging out? Or is it like that's the thing that's holding you together, and then once that's gone, So I feel like there's been a lot of that type of stuff going on in the KQ scene too, and people are kind of like, oh shit, like I'm not as connected to these people as I thought I was, or oh shit, like these people are actually really cool. We're still hanging out and doing stuff. So that's been kind of an interesting dynamic too,
I look forward to coming home and logging in and trying to get into something with somebody here.
Yeah, same. So let's get some of the meat here. This KQ stuff. Obviously, this show's called A Lazy J. And my whole thought was, I'm fucking bored. I got to do something. And I thought, wouldn't it be cool to just like talk to people? I've always wanted to like just sit down, talk to people in the Killer Queen South Florida scene, and just kind of shoot the shit and say, you started in the scene at this place, now you're at this spot. How's that road been? So for you, it's been particularly interesting, I think, at least in my opinion, because you're a bartender at the venue where we play. So like you're kind of part of the scene by default. But I mean, none of the other bartenders play or are invested like you are. You know, you're literally the only one. Baby was kind of doing stuff for a little while there. He's not working at Glitch now, but he still comes back around. He's been playing a little bit here and there. But like,
yeah, he wanted to get back into it.
Yeah, by far, I mean, with the exception of Dwight, owners never count, right? But like, I would say out of everybody, you just attached to the game like crazy. And I can remember where you were kind of starting off from, still kind of like figuring out, how do I play and bartend? Because remember, you were working Mondays, and then you couldn't do draft night, and then it's like, okay, what days do I have off? And you had been doing soccer, to kind of get those competitive jollies for a while. And then one day we came in, and you were like, "Yo, I moved soccer." And I was like, "Shit, he's in."
Yeah,
remember that shit?
I gave up on soccer. I'm too old. My knees, man, they don't work.
Right.
I'm not too old. I take that. I'm too fat.
You can't be fat.
Too out of shape for my knees.
No one that plays soccer is fat. Nobody. Yeah. Everybody's in shape. Tone. So I guess like what was it about the game that was like you wanted to get in? I mean, I know you had a lot of the team aspect from soccer. I know you've been captain on a lot of teams and like pulling all that type of stuff, and you get into this thing where you can really be a student of the game and you can kind of analyze things and figure out how to improve. But like, what was the main draw, that kind of like really pushed you into diving into this thing?
Originally it was, okay, so remember when we first started the monthly leagues and everything?
Yeah.
I remember all the shit talking and all it was so cool, like we didn't know each other, but there was 4 teams consistently, and we would just talk shit for a week.
Yeah, man.
It was originally the competitiveness, honestly, and then what really made me want to dive deeper, not only the competitive and the game itself, but I mean, you guys everyone's really cool, man, and I do enjoy like when you guys come to the bar and spend time, and you're dedicating your free time to something that I'm getting paid to do sometimes,
Right.
So it's kind of cool, and you guys are always really cool and respectful. So the community aspect of it is awesome. I mean, it's very professional and cool at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, we handle it, so it's fun. And the creativity that we all draw off of each other is amazing. So I mean, you could tell that from the Queens Gone Wild, how we pulled everything off amazingly. To
the second one was
just
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of fun when you look back at it too, though.
Oh yeah, it's hella fun. Like it was. I would say, like the first one, no one really knows like what's going on. So I feel like it's less people are involved because like only a few people really know. You know what I mean? And I think for her point, like Deanna, she was in with a lot of other scenes, so she kind of knew, and I think she like kind of did the majority. Other people come in, help, and do some stuff. But this one, it was like, you're doing stuff, Dwight's doing stuff, I'm doing stuff, Heather's doing stuff, Larry's doing stuff. Other guy that's like not even part of the scene's doing stuff. Alvaro kicks in, tattoo shop girl kicks in. It's like, oh my god, like everybody just like jumped on. It was like a really big scene thing,
Same thing with the sponsors too, man. You know what it really is though.
And Eric,
a lot
shout
of
out
that.
to Eric and the Snake Venom. I know you're watching, buddy. No venom, no victory.
Oh. No, I don't have a bottle of Venom here. I got a bottle of Malort, though.
Oh, no, that's shit. That weak, nasty shit. It's nasty.
Anyway, like, especially with Eric, too, what drew everybody into wanting to be a part of it was just our excitement. Me and Dwight and Heather, when we would be talking to these people, we were excited. We were like, yo, this is going to be the coolest thing you're going to see all year. I swear to you.
Right.
And we were so pumped and everything. I think everyone was like, yo, I want to be a part of this. And so we had awesome sponsors helping out and everything. And like you said, Tattoo Girl Tori doing some awesome artwork.
My bad, Tori. You have a name. No,
I'll
it
let
was
her
really
know.
cool, and the art was like the thing I love most. I feel like about our scene in comparison to all the other scenes. Like everybody's great, so I don't. It's not a knock to anybody, but like you got to have
No,
love
no,
for your
no.
home scene, right? And what I love about South Florida and what makes it so different than all the other scenes, I feel like, is like we're a cool scene, man. Like we are it's Miami. It's got that vibe. It's a party town. People come here to have fun. Like, you know, outside
Like
of just the
take you
scene.
to 4 a.m.
Yeah, yeah. It's just, and like the Vice City-ness. Like I love the logo on our shirts and everything. Like the way the skateboard stuff came out. Like it's rad. You know what I mean? It's rad. It's fucking radical. I love that
cool.
stuff. Really cool. It's got a good personality. Like the scene feels like it has a very unique, very direct, very clear personality. And it's just a cool rad vibe, man. I love that.
Yeah, I like that we're in it more for fun most of the time, and I think that's what we're perceived as.
Yeah.
This is a scene that is more there for the fun than the cutthroatness. You know?
Yeah.
We want to win.
Oh, of course.
But,
yeah. And it's got like its own, but like we know we don't care about it so much. You know, like we don't take it super serious. For the most part.
I need some more wins.
Yeah.
I need some wins.
Well, so let's talk about your journey in there. So you started off, you're doing some warrior stuff. You were on, oh God, what is it? You started on, was it Pan Galactic?
Oh, let's see if you get it. I was on Pan Galactic.
Pan Galactic Gargle. So you're playing with Levy and
Lev, Dwight.
Dennis. Yeah, Dwight. Who was the fourth?
Don?
Was Don on? No, Floyd was Pan Galactic. Wasn't he? Original.
I think I replaced Floyd. I don't think I never played with Floyd.
Not on Pan. Okay,
he was
so
already
you
gone.
came after.
Yeah.
So, geez, who's the fifth? It's you.
Copernicus?
Copernicus was the fifth.
Yeah.
Yeah, Copernicus, because he took a little break, then he came
for
back.
a while.
You know? Yeah, Copernicus was the fifth. So you guys are playing, you're doing the warrior thing. At some point, you make this transition and you decide, I want to be a queen. And like, to me, that's a really cool thing. Obviously, that's the position I play on. I'm always like, yo, you want to be queen? Like, anybody want to be queen?
Yeah.
Like, you know, always looking for that. But like, what do you think it was? Because a lot of people kind of shy away from that because queen's a lot of responsibility. Like you were, you know, you die, you fuck it up. It's pressure. You got to like be there and assist the needs. Like people can't really handle all that. They don't want that pressure, that mantle all the time. So why did you like want to be a queen anyway in the first place?
Oh, you're a similar personality, I imagine, when it comes to work. You thrive on the pressure a little bit.
Yeah.
I imagine.
Yeah.
A lot of I'm a procrastinator, you know, pressure was what makes me do things, you know? So, switching to queen, it's a full, in my opinion, at the time, I was like, it's a full commitment. Like I'm showing that I'm completely dedicated to wanting to learn and play and help the scene grow, not only with the bar, but as itself, you know, its own entity, so we can travel and, you know, and you've known, especially too, since the year started, I was like, yeah, let's travel. I want in. Where are we going? You know, I remember that. I was ready to go full in, man. I'm ready to go full in. But that was, the queen to me was like, if I'm going to play queen, that means I'm full in. And I feel I would learn other positions better, or as well as I'm learning the queen.
Yeah.
At the same time too. So if I need to take a step back and play on a team, play warrior or something, I can do that better after playing queen.
Right. Yeah. I've always said it opens you up, you know, in terms of knowing, oh shit, this is what it's like from this perspective. Here's what I can get away with. You know, here's what it's like. And I've always told people that if you want to get better at any other role, play queen for a bit and just see where the need goes, and it starts to kind of pick up. So you're on Gargle Blasters. Levy decides to take the shift, and now he's doing more objective flex type stuff. Like it was fun for him to do snail. Like that's what he loved to do. Like his fucking eyes would light up. So I think you're taking on the mantle now as queen of Pan Galactic.
No. I left Pan Galactic.
Oh, but I thought you it was you're right. It was a rebuild later.
I left to form a team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you were
to
playing
form
with
my
Model.
own queen team.
Mm-hmm. And who were the other guys? It was Model, Baby.
Mike Mendez.
Yeah, Mendez. Yep.
Mike the Machine, and it was one more person. Who was it?
I'm trying.
I think it was like we filled. Oh, Alex Santiago.
Santiago was playing with you guys. Yeah.
I remember I had the eye for him first.
Yo, people are just
I saw the interest in him, man, and I was like, yo, you want to play on my team? I got all crazy. And he was in, man. And look at him.
He's a cool guy. He's a cool guy.
He's traveled more than most of the other players, and he's learned the most.
Yeah.
He's learned a lot, man.
Yeah, he's come up. He's come up quite a ways. So you're playing with this team, and then let's see. I know you guys are playing Killer Heats. You're trying to push, trying to get stuff. It's like you guys can never really get on the same page in terms of practice, like trying to get everybody in the same group.
Yeah. It was one person could make it, one person couldn't. Yeah, it was rough. It was hard. And then I think we were losing players, and I was ready for more serious players on my team because I was ready to do better myself.
Yeah.
And then what happened after that, I don't remember. And then I started playing, like I think I covered for your team once.
Yeah.
And then I covered for another team. We traveled to Jacksonville.
Yeah.
We went to Chattanooga. You know, I stopped trying to build a team because I think we just started practicing.
Yeah, you kind of went into nomad mode there. Yeah.
Yeah, I just was filling in and learning however I could learn, I guess.
So then you queened Fire Nation at Queens Gone Wild, and then after that you played in the Killer Heat. Where was it? We were doing all like coronavirus names or something.
Yeah.
What was your name? You had thought of it. I was like, oh, and I got to change it.
COVID flavored kisses or something like that.
Yeah,
Corona flavored kisses.
Pathogen flavored tacos. I think it. Yeah, it was something like
something like that. Yeah.
So then, what was that team you were playing? Who was on that? That was like the last Killer Heat we did before. Ironically, before COVID took over.
That was a team. We were working on building. It was me and Richard. We were bringing John C back from old Laser Wolf.
Yeah, John C.
And then that was my core team starting, and then I picked up some people from Heather's team because Heather couldn't play.
Right. Yeah.
So I took Alvaro and
Kevin.
What was his name? Kevin, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I kind of had like what was gonna be hopefully the core of my team with Richard and John C. And then we were gonna hopefully build some decent players from there.
Right.
But like, you know, Heather had 2 players ready to go that needed to get the experience of a Killer Heat in, you know. Kevin's played once or twice, I think.
Yeah.
But Alvaro never played anything more serious than a Monday night draft. So
right.
It was really good experience for him, for both of them.
I think, from that, it was like there were some games, and we went to a game 5, you and my team. And that was when we first started doing the stats. We were like looking at the stats, and now it's getting all granular and everything. But yeah, it was definitely exciting, and it's like trying to build and grow and get some stuff. One of the things that always interests me as far as like players, especially queens, but players in general, is like, what's the goal? Like, what's the thing that makes you want to keep playing outside of the, you know, social aspect, outside of the community, even outside of like the idea of competition? There's always like some ingrained thing that kind of gives you a drive, right? Me, I kind of like, you know, shoehorned myself early into this arguably best queen thing. So like, I was like, all right, well, that'd be a cool conversation, like for me personally, to just be in that conversation of who are the top 5 queens like nationally. So like, that's kind of been my track pattern of where I'm trying to get. And I imagine like everybody wants to be the best, like everyone wants to be good, but like that's something I'm like, okay, I could work towards that and see how that goes. What's like your thing? Like why, what kind of keeps you coming back to the game from a goal standpoint?
Dude, it's very similar to what you're saying, but not as grand scale. Obviously there's a tier system. Like it might not be verbalized or anything, but when you're doing like a schoolyard pick, right?
Yeah.
You know who's going to be first. You know who's going to be second.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the 5th picked queen. I want to be the 1st picked queen, the 2nd picked queen. You know, like if they're like, yeah, Joe's on my team. All right. I don't want to be like, oh, Joe's on my team. Like, he's so inconsistent. You know,
man.
like
that's the thing. You're right.
I want to be top tier South Florida for right now, and then we'll go from there, you know?
Okay. Yeah, no, that's fair. I mean, piggybacking off of that, we're always thinking about, like, who are the top queens in South Florida? Like, who are the viable queens? And, you know, this is the Lazy J, so we're going to keep it real informal and casual. But there is a conversation of who the 4 queens are right now. We're always talking about 4 queens, 4 teams at Killer Heat, right? That's kind of where we've been, you know, that's the amount of players we have to sustain at that type of level of competitiveness. So 4 queens. Here's kind of what my take is on it, and people can, you know, see what it is. I'd like to see what your take is. But if I'm doing 4, I'll put myself in that category. I'm not going to shorthand myself. I'll put Malloy in that category. He's still my rival, OG. I put Sebastian in that category because he's had a lot of success with Run. You know, and Sebastian's coming from a standpoint where he wasn't winning with Run, and he had to grow and develop to the point where he was, you know, given Laser with competition, and now all of a sudden they can win, and they're a scary team. So that's credit for him because, I mean, even if you've got warriors like JP Floyd, you've got Don in there, you know, and you've got objective like Scoops. Like, if you're just dying, you know, like, you ain't winning. So definitely credit to him. He's no slouch. And then, in my opinion, I feel like you round out that group in the top 4 of what we're doing right now. And the reason I say that is just because kind of what you're saying in terms of the tier system and, like, who I've heard say, oh, man, yeah, I would love to play with that queen. Like, your name has come up in that conversation a lot.
I feel people are becoming more comfortable with me.
Yeah.
Let me rephrase that sentence. I feel I am progressing enough to where people feel more comfortable playing with me. Let's put it that way.
I think the turning point of that happened when you queened during Killer Heat. I want to say it was Run SFL. You queened with them, and you ended up winning that Killer Heat. So you've got one under your belt. You know, so I feel like, you know, you've got to at least. I
do. That's right. I do.
Yeah.
The trophy's over in my liquor cabinet.
I only have the one. We did one with Fire Nation with Fez. Fez subbed in, I think, for who was that? Anthony was out of town, so he subbed in. So
he did the Fez Nation.
Yeah, I got Fez Nation. I got this empty ass bottle of Long Branch, but it was it was pretty fucking good. I think we just shotted this out at the bar, but I keep it on my cabinet down here.
Yeah, you're proud of that, man.
Yeah, man. That's my one Fire Nation victory right there. Even if it
remind me. I'll give you one of those KQ like Braille stickers that you could put on it.
Oh, hell yeah!
Make it look like a real trophy.
Yeah, I will take that. I will definitely remember.
Yeah.
I'll come see you bring it Friday. I'll be there Friday.
All the stuff's at the bar.
Hell yeah! Nah, that's dope.
I'll get you a couple.
So you got that. You got the Killer Heat. What do you feel like if you were gonna build like a dream team right now? Let's say everybody's a free agent, right? Free agent, no one's locked down. You've got first draft picks in every category: speed, vanilla, flex, objective.
And I'm playing queen.
And you're queening, right? Who are your picks? South Florida only. No out of states.
I want South Florida only.
South Florida only.
So,
who do you got? Who do you got for new Fresh Nation?
Yo, I got a lot of love for Jabin, bro.
Yeah?
I love playing with Jabin.
Jabin's the homie, man.
I stand next to him a lot, bro.
Yeah.
Like, we played with each other.
So you've seen him as work ethic too. He does some door stuff with you guys. He comes in.
He puts more time on the cab than anybody.
Oh yeah.
So
Hands down.
I mean, but he also teaches people more than anybody now currently because he's on the cab all the time and he just teaches people and he just talks to them while he's doing what he's doing. It's awesome. It's good. So definitely take him.
Okay, so you got Jabin for speed, all right?
Jabin for speed.
All right, who's
now,
vanilla?
Oh, I can take anybody for any position.
Everybody's open, wide open.
I want.
Hey, and if you don't get picked, if you're watching, you don't get picked.
I want Malloy for vanilla.
Dude, I would pick Malloy for vanilla. Malloy is scary. Malloy is scary because he knows everything the queen can do. And they're the same, vanilla is queen except for the dive. They're the exact same.
But he's just so chill when he's playing queen, but he's also even more chill when you see him playing warrior.
Yeah.
It's just
I feel like he does have more fun playing vanilla warrior than he does queen.
Definitely take him.
Like some of the pressure comes off and he can just have fun, It's give the mantle to somebody else and he just has fun.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's say flex.
Yeah, flex.
Gotta go with Big Fez, bro.
Big Fez.
Gotta go with Big Fez.
Little Fez picking Big Fez for Flex.
You gotta do Big Fez. I missed that guy. Where is he?
Fez has.
I mean, objectively awesome. His warrior game has been amazing as well, and he was learning Queen.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
he's pretty well rounded.
Quite a few times at like draft nights and whatnot.
And he has the most championships.
He does. He's the most decorated KQ SFL player. Fez always kills me because his game IQ, like from the flex mentality, is just, he sees stuff, man. He sees stuff in a way I don't think anybody else quite sees the same. And people have some really good looks at stuff, but like when you're talking about flex, it's about seeing the need too of knowing when do I need to be what? Like when do I need to be objective? When do I need to even start moving to try to get up at a gate? Like when do I need to support this or bump that or hit this or, and his barrier running is insane. His shenanigans, he can stay alive for such a long time as OBJ. And he's getting scarier and scarier from Warrior, man. Like his tech is coming up and he's caught me more than times I like to admit at this point.
Yeah.
That's a good.
Yeah, I was encouraging him to learn the Queen there right before all this started. So he was tapping the Queen a lot.
Him and Bus, like they don't like playing it as much, but they'll do it, and they won't complain about it. I always respect them. Yeah. So you got Fez for flex. Now you got OBJ.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good picks for OBJ. People don't know.
I know. I really want.
They're all really close too, in my opinion. But who do you take?
Okay, so this is something I learned this year, right? That I enjoy Richard Van playing.
Oh, the endorsement for Richard.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, Scoops is awesome, and I know his call-outs and everything are good, but Richard just sees it as, like you say with Fez, he just sees a bigger picture sometimes, and his call-outs are really good, and he doesn't stop talking sometimes. And so to have somebody constantly in my ear talking while I'm playing Queen so I don't have to talk is a benefit for someone like me who wants to try to focus a little bit more on not dying and not fucking up the J and not being caught in a bad position, or Jabin or JP or Floyd just coming across the top. Like it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing sometimes.
Dude, those boys they be scalping, man. They do. They fucking just hit you high on the rise and you're fucking dead. Like Jesus.
It makes your heart skip.
It does.
Because you don't see it coming. It scares the shit out of you. It really does. It's just like in Warzone getting sniped from 350 meters away with no one else on your team alive, instant wipe.
Yeah.
You didn't ever see it coming.
That was me playing BR solos the other day. I got third place. The circle is at the smallest. It's just continually closing now. We're in like some, not farmland, but like houses like that, just in the middle of nowhere, some houses. And I fucking clear a guy out of the first story of a house. I get all of his gear. I think about my next move, and I just start moving to the fucking door. I get fucking nailed through the window. Another guy in another house looking at me the whole time, just looking at me the entire time. Look at this idiot! Like, boom.
Yeah, he saw the fight. He let it happen.
Yeah. Just Richard is an excellent play caller. Like, speaking like from arguably mindset, Richard's play calling and like his he's got this ability, and I don't know exactly what it is because he's also like one of the most hype players, and like usually players like that, they get like caught up in the hype and then they start to like overreact and it like messes them up. But Richard, he's got some kind of method to it where he can be in that. Yeah, he's got venom. Seriously, like he can be in that mode and still just like make a call, and it's the right fucking call, and it gets everybody in the team just kind of like recentered in a hype, situation.
Yeah,
especially on OBJ because he's got time to look.
Yeah. And like I said, him talking just really helps you keep your awareness all around him at all times.
Yeah, I'll give it to him. He was probably, I don't know about the first, because let's go back to 2000 whatever. But I've been recently calling him South Florida's Rob Newhouse, and that he's just figuring shit out with objective that people aren't even like aware of. He showed me something the other day, and I'm just like, yo, what? You can do that? That's crazy. Just watching videos and just, he'll talk to you. He'll just talk theory and talk ideas, and it's wild that he can do. So that's a scary team. So recap, that's got you at Queen. You got Jabin for speed, nasty. You've got Malloy for vanilla, chill and nasty. Then you've got, oh God, who was your
Fez
doing your flex
objective.
Yeah, and then
Fez.
Richard on your objective. That's a nasty team. I would like to see
That'd
that.
be a good team.
I would like to
That'd
see
be a
that.
good team.
Just to see, okay,
right.
let's put that together, right, when this is over and just see how it does. That would be interesting.
On a Thursday night, bro.
Yeah.
Thursday night.
So let me ask you this as we kind of, and I'm an idiot, so we're going to get into some folks and seeing what's what. We got some people in here kind of watching and seeing what's going on. Jabin just said, Richard's like the Hulk. He's always in that state. It's true. Alvaro's in here. JP's in here. Look at that stash, JP says. Alvaro's chilling. Dwight's checking. For Dwight, oh my God, you got to talk to Dwight. He says, I for real didn't know how to pronounce Joe's last name until right now.
Who said that?
Dwight? Yeah.
Oh, he's watching this whole thing?
Yeah, he's watching.
Is it like the advertisement?
Right? I know, yeah. He's doing you proud, man. He's doing you proud.
I changed my hat before stream just to get that in there.
Right. That's fucking wild. That's, Nathan, I wish I could do something about the focus. The camera's like right out of my range, but anyway.
So wait, hold on a minute. You're not going to give me a top 5 team or what you would do? Is it not going to work that way?
No, that's fair. That's fair. I'll give you a top 5. So let me see. Top 5, if I'm doing speed. Man. I feel like my top 5, honestly, I feel like that's arguably is kind of what I would pick for my top 5. I would definitely have JP as my speed. And it's not just because JP is a great speed warrior. The number one thing I like about JP is this man never stops.
Never.
Ever.
Never dies.
He is always.
Well, no, he dies.
He dies. Like, what I mean, like, in his mentality, like, in his approach to the game, he is always, like, one of the things I love about JP in terms of, like, South Florida as a scene is I respect the idea of putting the scene on your back, right? Oh, damn, my camera cut. Give me 1 sec. I got to switch to my secondary cam here. These are the important things, ladies and gentlemen. This is the important stuff. Hang tight. That's what I get for not charging the damn battery. Nothing a little tech support can't fix. All right, we good. We gooch. We gooch. Oh, man.
I don't have video on you, though.
No, yeah, I had to steal the webcam, so you can't see me now. All you hear is my illustrious voice. You still look
like
good,
I'm
though.
dreaming.
Right? God damn. What was I talking about? I was saying something, and then that happened.
Your top 5, JP.
Oh, yeah, the top 5. JP's a mastermind. That's his thing. He keeps coming up with, like, theories of things, and his question is always, I wonder if this would work. and he just keeps trying it, and he's like, oh shit, look, it worked. But it's always like some crazy wild idea. So his creativity and like approach to pushing the game keeps me like wanting to try new shit too. Like he told me about the Immaculate. We were talking about the Immaculate stick, right? So he's like, dude, you can do the Immaculate as anybody. And I'm like, oh, for real, I can do it too? And he's like, yeah, it's easier for speed. Like vanillas can do it, queens can do it. So then I'm like, all right, let me try this Immaculate. And I'm trying it. And I'm like getting it. I'm like, oh shit. And so like, it's good. He like kind of sharpens me up a little bit like that. And then Floyd's a nasty vanilla. He always says he's better with vanilla than he is with speed. And he can play speed too, but like he just knows how to ride in the pocket. Blake Compton does the same thing too, man. But like he knows how to ride in that pocket, and it's really nice. Obviously Richard, we already talked about. He kind of plays flex for us, arguably, and then Joe B Scoops, he plays the objective. And like him and Richard are a good yin and yang because his flex, they're kind of watching each other all the time. But yeah, I would say if I had to do like a top 5 in terms of competitive and like who's like really fun to play with, like as a composition, as a unit, definitely those guys, man. It's fucking fun. It's just like fun.
Yeah.
And you can play like really high competitive levels of play too, you know? So be rad. There is a concept and an idea of like what's it going to be like when we come back out of this quarantine, right? That's kind of like a final thought. I want to pick your brain on this. Like we've got Killer Heat. We've got these 4 teams, right? And what would you say is like, if you were thinking, okay, this is a reset for the scene, we've been out of it for a while, everyone's forearms are trash. What's like your mindset in terms of here's how we come back? Like, what are we doing the same thing? Are we doing different stuff? Like, what's like your vision of how this kind of comes back as KQSFL reboot?
If we want to do something different tournament-wise, this would be a great time to come up with the idea of it.
Yeah, for Killer
or the
Heat.
Suggestion to get the tables already rolling on it, I would imagine. The format that we have, it works for what we have currently.
Yeah.
There are options to mix it up and to have different kinds of fun, but I think the competitiveness is pretty good. What I think about when we finally can get back on the cab is this is my best chance to get in that top tier. You know what I mean? Because we've all taken 10 steps backwards.
Yeah. So
now who can catch back up the fastest, is kind of what it would be like. And I have the advantage of a set of keys.
You monster. No, that's true, man. It's true. I've been telling people, like, if you ain't tapping,
I will say though, hold on, Joe. I will say though, in all honesty, dude, I have not touched that cab.
Swear to God, you haven't touched that cab.
I have not. It is currently covered with trash bags to keep it nice and clean. So I'm I've not touched that cab yet.
All right. Well, you guys heard it here first. Joe has not been secretly leveling up in quarantine, although he definitely could be. So that just tells you what a stand-up guy he is.
No, Warzone. Playing Warzone. Trying to get better at that. I'm double digit wins in Warzone. I got a really cool win with Aaron Bobby from Jacksonville.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Shout outs to our sister scene up there. Yeah.
Yeah. I told him I would love to help him out with his stream so he could get some wins on stream. Not that I'm guaranteeing wins or anything. I'm just saying,
yeah. Listen,
when you play with somebody more consistent, it's easier.
Listen, if you want to win, just team up with Joe. Give it 1 out of 3. It's gonna be a victory. At least one of those. It's just guaranteed. He's got the pinwheel strategy, pinwheel rotation. He's got the field of vision.
You're mocking me.
No, that's a fucking. We won the second you said no. It was a funny ass thing because it was like it's a thing. You know what I mean? This is not some random. Yeah. There's logic
behind it. This is a real battle royale strat, not a Warzone strat. This is a battle royale strat.
So you've been using this in Apex too, then, in other games?
I have unknowingly in Apex. More with the video watching that I do with Warzone in my free time when I'm bored. I just watch videos of how to correct your mistake.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like we do with KQ and everything.
Jabin says, "Nah,
just
I want
to kind of keep
Warzone.
an open mind." What'd he say?
Now I want to play Warzone. He says.
Now I want to. Yeah. What time is it? It's still early.
I know, right? It's fine. You'll get your chance. I'll close out. Let me ask you one more question here, and this has been one that's really been burning in my head. Well, 2 questions. We'll do a 2-parter. So the first question is, who do you think in the scene is the most responsible for your growth as a person? I'll answer it first, just because I feel like as a precursor, without a doubt, Levy is responsible for my growth as a queen in the scene. Malloy is my rival, and he's always been like the person I've been trying to fight in terms of like growth. If I grow a little bit, he grows a little bit, and then I got to grow more, and then he's got to grow more. So we've been having that, and that's awesome. But Levy was the first person who ever kind of, without proving myself yet, gave me the tools to say, yo, you're a monster. You're so good at this, or I think you do these things really well, or like, man, I think you're just like pumping up that ego a little bit. Not that like I got a big head, but just like it was encouraging. So I always remember that he did that for me, and I was like, man, that's really encouraging. I appreciate that. Because if you don't have that encouragement early on, like what the fuck, like you don't want to, you know what I mean? You don't want to do anything. So that's the first question. Who do you think is most responsible for your growth in the scene? Second question, hold on to that. Second question is, what's your proudest achievement in your Killer Queen career?
I'm gonna answer the second part first.
Okay.
That was easy.
All right.
Bro, Queen's Gone Wild, man.
Queen's Gone Wild.
That was, I mean, I took pretty close. I tied for last place, I think, team-wise. Which it is what it is. But pulling off the tournament and the stress and I mean, it was just such a cool tournament, and for pretty much everyone to say nothing but good things about it was very uplifting and empowering. You know, like it made me want to continue to do good for the community and for the scene. You know, so I would say that Queen's Gone Wild was awesome.
That's respectable.
That was awesome.
Man. Yeah, it was. You guys did a great job pulling that off. Absolutely.
Yeah. Begging people to get shit done.
Oh my gosh.
Awesome. See, okay, so you're the first part of your question, you're answering with like a rivalry that is what encourages you. I don't necessarily feel that I have a specific rivalry. Queen-wise, it would be, you know, it has to be Seba, because, you know, he's no, well, I mean, he's not next, like, closest to me. He's leagues ahead of me, but he's the one I feel I have to catch up to first.
There could be arguments. If, like, we're ranking, there could be arguments that you and him are next to each other. Yeah.
No, I feel he's far beyond me currently. Like, I strive to beat him when I play against him. Even like when I know, even during fun games, he's on the other side, I'll play harder. Right. But I don't know. I think like really do just I really the little bits of time that I get to just sit there and tap, just like me and one person like Jabin, for example, and just tap and try to do things in unison and fly around together, and like that, just that connectivity really is cool, you know, like to have a synergy with like a player like Jabin, and then he like kind of like how you said with JP. Jabin is very, very similar in that aspect, because hey, we can maybe do this, we can do that, and him and I have played around with different like moves and things like that. Like I had a really cool, like on day map, I was working on one where I would dive underneath and then triple tap and bump you back out. And it's worked a handful of times, and it's a really cool concept, but I'm pretty sure I came up with that with Jay. Right. Like, you know, lab, so man. Like, it's a cool concept, and so he has a lot of fun with the game too. So, you know, like as long as I'm playing with people like that who are having fun, dude, I can keep playing that game.
Yeah. No, that's dope, man.
It's just fun, man. It's just a good, fun game.
Well, cheers, homie. I mean, to the bars reopening and to us getting back on the goddamn cab.
Get on that cab. Some hand sanitizer. Man.
Yes, hand sanitizer. Yo, you've been tuning in to the Lazy J. I'm Master Joe, chilling out with Joe P. I might do another one of these. This is pretty chill. The Better Days is hitting now, and we've got some calls to drop soon and some Warzone. So we'll hit it at that. If you guys had fun, just fucking watch it and, you know, tell me you like it, and then maybe I'll do another one. I don't know. Good shit, man. You gonna go play some
This is
Warzone
cool.
now?
I came home straight to this, so maybe I might take a shower first.
Well, thanks for tuning in with me, man.
I
really
changed my
appreciate
hat
it.
and my shirt, and that
Right,
was it.
right. Go take a shower, you dirty boy. We'll catch you guys later, man. I gotta do a weird out now. Peace out, Joe. Good chat.
Yeah, dude. Thank you for this.
Absolutely. Thank you, brother.